News 4 Midday starts now.
Good morning and welcome to News 4 Midday. I'm Caitlin Leggett. New this morning, Maryland Governor Wes Moore just took action minutes ago, issuing pardons for people convicted of marijuana possession. This sweeping action impacts more than 175,000 people. News 4 Megan McGrath joins us live to break down what this means. In honor of Deaf History Month, Gallaudet University's football team is taking Friday Night Lights to a new level with a new innovative approach on how they're calling their plays. A scary sight for students and teachers of the Petite Scholars in Bloomingdale after an attack took place on two teachers taking their students out for an afternoon walk. The Olympic Games are right around the corner and there's an undeniable buzz right here at the DC Fencers Club. Why? Because there are 3 athletes heading from Princeton to the Olympics. 6 Washington Spirit players will be representing 3 countries at this summer's Paris Olympics, but they couldn't leave without a proper send-off, and that happens tonight in tonight's U.S. Women's National Game against Costa Rica right here at Audi Field. You may know the last name Rodman on the basketball court, but do you know it on the soccer field? 22-year-old rising star Trinity Rodman will be making her Olympic debut this summer in Paris. But the work begins right here in Leesburg at the Washington Spirit Field. In honor of Deaf History Month, Gallaudet University is making huge headlines both on and off the football field with the 130th year anniversary of the football huddle.
The 130 years, I mean, you know, a lot has happened, and it gives me goosebumps just to think that Gallaudet made such a huge impact on sports and that it just spread like that.
In 1894, Gallaudet University's quarterback Paul Hubbard is credited with creating the first football huddle. At the time, Hubbard wanted to protect the team's plays. So, he gathered his teammates around in a circle, creating a barrier to protect plays when he needed to sign. The huddle has trickled down to all sports teams at every level, of course, and it's still being used today for current and former football players just like Augustin Bojarque and Shelby Dean, who is now an assistant coach.
I feel like I'm with my peers. We're able to communicate to each other and really strategize and understand how to work together as a team and being on the field with them.
As a player, I was able to communicate and I didn't have to use my speech. It was great to be able to sign with other players and have full access.
According to the DC's mayor's office, the district has the largest deaf population in the country, which is why the university, along with the district, want to create a more inclusive society for the deaf and hard of hearing community.
There are many students from around the country and from around the world. We have the tools for them to gain an education and take back to their communities around the world.
The deaf community contributing to the larger community within the field of not just athletics, but every area that you can think of as it relates to accessibility, technology, and of course, community engagement.
Building a more inclusive society by learning to better understand one another.
News 4 Today starts now.
Welcome into News 4 Today on your Tuesday, October 15th. Good morning, I'm Caitlin Leggett.
And I'm Caroline Johnson. This morning, excitement is brewing as DC prepares to welcome its newest residents.
That's right, the FedEx Panda Express is carrying the 2 new giant pandas, Bao Li and Qing Bao, to Dulles International Airport. Now let's turn to Decision 2024. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump have agreed to the terms of their first debate. ABC News will host it. The 90-minute debate will take place at 9 p.m. Tuesday in Philadelphia. Both campaigns agreed to keeping mics muted until it's their turn to speak. The Harris campaign wanted to keep the mic open throughout, but they told ABC News they accepted its terms to avoid Mr. Trump pulling out of the debate. A graduation ceremony for a group of Howard University students descended into chaos last night. Administrators said they were forced to abruptly end the event because the venue reached capacity. Families filled Crampton Auditorium to watch students of the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences walk across the stage. But as they realized dozens of loved ones were locked outside, just outside of the lobby, some trying to even push their way in.
While they were doing the keynote speaker, there was like loud banging. Even before that, for like 10 minutes straight, just like boom, 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 boom.
In a statement, Howard University's security said they removed someone from the building before the ceremony. That person returned and broke a window. The statement goes on to say this incident led to a disturbance amongst guests outside the facility, resulting in a disruption of the program. Guests in attendance were immediately dispersed following this incident. Howard says EMS treated one student for a cut. Today, the school plans to give individual awards to students. A warning this morning from Loudoun County Sheriff's Office. They say that scammers are using robocalls to target residents and they're posing as deputies.
Good afternoon. This is Sergeant Bill Lynn calling with the Loudoun County Sheriff's Department Civil Services Division.
Investigators say they received about 100 reports in about 24 hours and more victims may be out there. Lieutenant Colonel Gun Lee says the criminals urge potential victims to call a fake number or visit a bogus website. The victims then pay the scammers with cryptocurrency gift cards or mobile apps. At least one person lost hundreds of dollars. Investigators believe there are more victims of this elaborate scam. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office is urging residents to report any robocalls from anyone claiming to be the Sheriff's Office. Today, the Montgomery County Council will vote on whether to install noise cameras on some local roadways. Those cameras are intended to crack down on cars with modified exhaust systems, which are illegal in Maryland. The noise cameras would activate at 5 decibels above the state noise limit for the vehicle exhaust systems, which is currently 80. Also in Montgomery County, we have a heads up from police this morning. They say scammers are approaching people in parking lots and outside their homes, offering to repair dents in their cars for a payment.